What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with another reaction video here to the new greatest cricketing podcast around. Original link is always in the description. We just reacted to their Rohit Sharma episode a few days ago. We are here though with the I was going to say long awaited. I think it was uploaded about a week ago. Virender Sehwag jumps into the Club Prairie Fire podcast. We're going to have a listen. We're going to react. Goes for an hour. Get your snacks. Get your mum. Get your dad. I've been told in advance that this is a very funny and interesting episode. So I'm expecting just a load of interesting stuff from the great man Viru. All right. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like. Let's go. Let's do it here on this Monday. Oh, I thought I pressed play. No, wrong button. And there we are, just waiting till this part, the intro. Here we go.
And welcome to the #1 cricket podcast in, wait for it, you won't believe it, 6 countries. Yes, that's right.
Oh, wow.
Something about having the captain of the Indian cricket team, Rohit Sharma, on our last episode has catapulted us to the top in Canada, the USA, Denmark, Italy, India, and of course, our spiritual home, Mauritius. Yes.
Hold on a minute. Did they say Italy? I did not know that there was any sort of cricket community or anyone in Italy that would even know what that was. So, hey, shout out to Italy. Shout out.
Mauritius, where
Mauritius?
Club Prairie Fire is.
Where is that?
It is the true home of tequila, Tabasco, and the Duckworth-Lewis system. Wonderful, Mauritius. I am the professor,
Mauritius?
a lover of varnished leather in my hand and GI lime cordial in my drinks break. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
Today's podcast, well, it's from one Indian superstar to the next on this show. Our guest is another big bloody win for Gilly. He has jagged another giant fish. A devastating batsman who Cricinfo described as having minimal footwork but maximum talent. Our guest today smashed test runs at a faster rate than any other batsman in the history of the galaxy. Can you guess who it is?
Moses on Reeds?
It must be a buzzballer. No, wait. It's not a Bazballer, Vaughnie.
Bazballer?
No.
This bloke invented Bazball.
That's right. Hey, let's bring these blokes in. You've heard
True that.
this already. Let's not waste any time.
Let's do it.
An Englishman who is the 46th fastest international batsman to 3,000 runs. It's Michael Vaughan.
Yes, morning.
Woo! Wow.
Top 50, that's what it's about.
That was unreal statistics.
Next, an
Big time
Australian
statistics.
who has the 37th highest ever 8-wicket test partnership with 135 runs with Brett Lee, Adam Gilchrist.
Wow.
Love being up.
And finally, Ollie Silverton, whose batting records I could not find, despite a vast search. Gents,
Damn.
hello, welcome. How are you all? Gilly, let's start with you. You are at the Crick Buzz Cafe.
Wow.
I am indeed. It's a haunt that Vaughnie knows only too well. He's been parading around these premises for many more years than I have. It's been my debut series over here, and geez, what a crew. What a great bunch to work with. Gee, we do everything but talk about cricket. It sounds a bit like a podcast. We enjoy tequila, we enjoy fellowship and fun, and an odd dabble in a little bit of cricket. But look, I know you want to get around the grounds and get a little update from where we've all been since the wonderful Rohit Sharma was with us, but we can't waste any more time because there's a vacant seat sitting next to me.
Get him in.
And our special guest is going to fill that right now because he's
Get him in. Come on.
the studio. Come on.
Where is he?
What immaculate.
Oh, there he is. Get the screen. Yeah. Viru.
Let me introduce, you know the face there in that silly hat down there, don't you?
No?
Oh, my eyes is very weak, but I can recognize this guy, who speaks very fast English.
Hey, Viru.
Never bold fast, but he speaks very fast.
Never bowled fast. Yeah. Well.
I think you hit most of them for 6, but just to let you know, this hat that I'm wearing, this is a Duckett bucket hat.
A ducket.
So Ben Duckett,
Yeah, wow.
because he's a global superstar, I don't know if you've got your own range of hats, but Ben Duckett, these are his hats.
Okay.
So this is not the right platform to promote, no?
No.
If you want to promote, you can go and sit on the skies. Sky broadcast.
What do you reckon?
Because Indian people will not buy this band ducket duck.
Yo, nah, hey, last pause of the video, you guys know me, but I think I'm going to enjoy the open honesty from the great man Sehwag here. I can already tell he doesn't have a filter. We know that. You guys know that's what I like to try and keep the channel open here and all opinions right and whatever it be. If he's going to be roasting Michael Vaughan and England this entire episode, we're going to be in for a good one. Let's do it. Come on.
That's right. Bonnie, you should
No one's buying those, mate.
be promoting that hat.
No one's buying it.
Yeah,
Club Prairie.
This is
Lovely.
for any guests that come
brilliant.
on. That's yours. It actually didn't fit on Rohit Sharma's head.
Damn.
It was too small. He's getting such a big head. Labels off and rip into that, mate. That's for you. But
He says, I'm not wearing that.
chaps we got here, left of screen, that's Ollie. He's our
Hey.
erstwhile producer, stroke statistician, guru, social entrepreneur.
Oh, boy.
In fact, he's been very active socially lately, and he's we've got some news, a little update on his social life.
Yeah.
And then the professor, he's our GK, our anchor. Yeah. So
Hi, Ollie, and hi, Professor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Right, thank you. I've written a little intro for you. Do you mind if I
Fire
hear
away.
you with a little
Oh,
something
all
I've
right.
written?
That should be not less than 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to have to do a rewrite.
Yo.
I live in India and I'm used to introduction of like minimum 15 minutes.
15
Only
minutes.
5 minutes.
Professor,
Only 5, that's very kind of you. I'm going to...
Professor, please just go and do it for about 8 minutes to see what
Yo. He's going to leave.
I would love to hear that more than 8 minutes even.
He's going to leave.
Yeah, wherever I go, whatever corporate talks or whatever podcast I do, so the minimum 15 minutes they'll talk about that introduction. So now stage is yours.
Okay, great. So
hang
I'll
on, just
need
before
to-
you go there, you mentioned your guest speaking and your court. Are you charging us your full fee for this?
Of course.
Oh, Jesus. Hang
Oh,
on, let's pull
brother.
Pull the plug out, quick.
Yeah, no.
Plug out.
We've got that much in the bank, Vera, don't worry.
I never left my home without any payment.
That's right.
Without
That's
a single
right.
penny.
Needed the down
Cost
payment.
you good amount of dollars.
All right, make the intro good then, Prof.
Come on.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Well,
I'll take you the Indian courts.
Yo.
Well, if I'm going to end up in an Indian court, I want this to be good.
Yeah,
so
let's
I'll
do
look
it.
at the court. Here we go. Tonight, we are joined by a man who made a ton with the Little Master on debut. A man who holds the record of most test double tons for an Indian cricketer. A man who was just 7 runs shy of becoming the first batsman to get a trio of triple tons.
Oh.
And a man who says his ultimate cricketing highlight was knocking over Adam Gilchrist's leg stump at the Wacker. 2000. Please welcome Virender Sehwag.
Lovely.
Wowies.
Thank you.
That was pretty short.
That was the best
I
intro I've
apologise.
ever heard.
That was 24 seconds, pro.
Yeah, that was small.
I haven't finished.
Oh.
And the man who also... yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. My apologies. Vera, do you want to start there? Can you talk us through that wicket when you dismissed the great Adam Gilchrist?
Leg peg.
Yes. He was not the only one. No? I got Jack Callis, I got Ricky Ponting, Matthew Hayden, I
Haydos.
got Hashim Amla,
Oh, Amla.
I got Kevin Peterson.
KP?
So I got big wickets, big fish.
Damn.
Oh, you
Yeah.
went hunting for the big
So-
fish.
Yeah, that's a fair
40
effort.
test wickets. What was your most satisfying?
Do you have 40?
Yeah, thanks.
Because I still remember that Anil Kumble gave me the ball at Waka and he said that I need only 4 or 5 over from you because my fast bowler is tired and you just bowl dot balls. I said okay, then I don't need any slip or short leg or sleep point, so I'll bowl into his legs and give me 6 fielder on the leg side. So Gilly just defend 1 or 2 ball and then he couldn't hold himself and he tried to play a sweep shot and I got his leg stump. And
Way.
after that, I was like on the moon.
On your bike, son.
That was the wicket I was looking for, and I got it in Test match at Perth. I never imagined
Yeah.
that I can bowl Gilly out at Perth. In India, maybe yes.
At the Wacker.
Faced some of the most petrifying fast bowling in history at the Wacker, and I get out to his pies. Can you believe that?
It's like Warney got Sachin Tendulkar at Nottingham.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
I'm glad you've mentioned that. We don't mention that enough
Here we
on
go.
the podcast. I mean, I have the ball here on the wall. Vera, let's not talk about your bowling.
Yo, what
I'm
was
interested
that?
about your batting. While I've got a nut in my throat, I might have to just try and get rid of it. How did you become that swashbuckling baseballer at the top of the order?
Me, how means? I was born with the talent.
Is that it?
Answer.
Of course.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Well, so
I started playing cricket when I was like young, and I was playing with tennis ball cricket, and I was playing 4 over a game. And in those 4 over, I was chasing 60 runs, 50 runs, 70 runs, and I chased successfully all the time whenever I batted second. So that mindset was there since I was a kid. And I took it cricket seriously after my 10th board exam. So I passed out from the 10th, and then I thought that, okay, I can take cricket. I go to coaching and play with the cricket ball. And that's how I started playing with the cricket ball. And I was lucky enough that I played everything within 1.5 years. So 97, I went to the trials for under 19, picked for under 19 Delhi State, played for Delhi, and then picked for North Zone in India, and then picked for under 19 Indian team. Then I came back from there and then played for first class game, score 100 in first game, second match 100 against Punjab and Haryana. And then I picked for North Zone for Drip Trophy, the biggest trophy in India in domestic level. And then I played for India in 1st April 99. So my debut under 19 is 97 October. 98 World Cup in January.
Yeah, wow.
98 October first class cricket debut. 1st April 99 I played for India. So that called talent
Bro,
into performance.
that is an interesting timeline.
Yeah, well, how old were you when you played your first hardball game of cricket?
I was like 17.
Damn. See, now, that is kind of nuts because I'm sure we've all obviously played cricket with a tennis ball and a cricket ball, and the difference is the heaviness, the pace of it, the movement, literally everything. As long as you haven't taped the tennis ball, it's not going to start doing the same things. But 17, that's quite old to like adapt to the new changes of dealing with a tennis ball to an actual cricket ball. It probably makes sense though, because he would have spent all that time just smacking the cricket ball around, smacking the tennis ball around. He only knew one way. And as soon as he got to the regular cricket ball, he's thinking, this comes off the bat a hell of a lot easier. It just flies away.
Wow, so that's
I passed out
incredible.
from 10th standard when I was 16-year-old boy, and then I took it cricket seriously. So I thought that I'll go and take some coaching on cricket. My coach used to taught me the basics, but I didn't learn much basics because I thought that basics is required for who wants to defend the ball. But you need a skills to hit the boundary and sixes, and if you want to score runs, you need different kind of skills rather than work on your basics.
But you still had a sound for defense. Yes. You could defend a good ball.
Yes,
so did a coach ever say this is how you're meant to do it, or did you just observe and learn that?
No, I observed and learned because he was teaching me how to play defensive shot, how to play forward defense, back foot defense, how to leave the ball. But when I playing under under 19 cricket, I played 3-day game first time. So before that, I was playing a lot of 40 over game, 20 over game. Because in Delhi, there is a club cricket. Club culture is you play 20 over tournament and you play 40 over tournament. And in those 40 over or 20 over tournament, you cannot defend the ball. You cannot leave the ball. You have to score the runs, and you need the skill to score the runs. So that's how I developed my skills to score the runs rather than defending the ball or leaving the ball.
Vera, you were a devastating batsman at the top of the order, coming in opening. I'm sure Gilly Vaughan can attest to them fearing you when you came out and scored at a great rate. What does it feel like now when you listen to England carrying on about how they've reinvented the game of cricket with this thing called Bazbollocks?
It's a joke.
Sorry, Bazball.
It's a joke.
Really? They are claiming that?
Well, Vaughan, did you want to take
success
credit?
after a long time, that's why.
No, it's not just obviously recreating cricket, Viru. They
Recreating cricket.
are saving the planet.
It's 12 minutes into the podcast. I do not want to click off. That is our final straw. Please, enough of that. Enough of the Bazball shit. This is just the face of a man who knows that his co-host is lying. He's like, Vaughnie, Viru's going to leave, my man. Do not say that.
Really?
Yeah. It's more than just being great.
England invented the cricket and they won the World Cup in
2019. Well, they drew a World Cup final.
So many years. And whenever they got a test win, Ashes win or against India win, they shows that they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
But that's the culture of Indian media or English board or English players. But now trend is changing. Now everything is coming to India because if they want to earn money, they'll come to IPL. So they don't want to play bash ball in England. They want to play IPL in England.
True. That's where the money's at.
And that's the fact. Top player of England. So they don't want to play, their 100 ball or they don't want to play their test matches while IPL is going.
Do you see a time where Indian players will ever be able to go and access other leagues?
Please.
No.
Please. Viru, no.
We are rich people. We don't go to poor countries.
Yeah.
England.
Hold on a minute.
Because I still remember that.
Hold on a minute. What did he say? Hold on a minute. So the question was asked, would Indian players ever be allowed to go to other leagues? I just need to hear the answer again. I think I missed it.
Indian players will ever be able to go and access other leagues?
No, why? Don't need. We are rich people. We don't go to poor countries.
England.
Because I still remember that when I was retired from Indian team.
Yeah.
Not retirement. I got dropped and then I was playing
IPL.
IPL and then I got offer from Big Bash that I should participate in Big Bash.
Oh,
and
that would have been awesome.
I said that okay, how much money you're offering? They said some $100,000. I said I can spend that much money in my holidays.
We spent that much on tequila last night.
Absolutely. Last night it was more than $100,000.
That's a lot of money.
So for you two, what time were you
going out for 1 month playing Big Bash or 100 where you get only that $100,000 or $200,000?
That's good money.
Millions, yes, then I'm interested.
Bro, millions?
So once I got a call from the Sky broadcast. They said that we love to have in our panel.
Oh, they've got the big money.
Afford me. He said, no, give me your price. I said, you can't afford me. They said, no, please give us the price. Then I said, okay, £10,000 a day. They said, yes, you're right. We can't afford you.
A day? Bro. This man Viru is charging the big dollars in any appearance. I don't know how much Gilly probably had to fork out to get him on this podcast, but if there's something I'm learning, it wasn't cheap. Yo, he was offered a Big Bash League contract to play in Australia, and he was only offered a few $100,000, which is still pretty good back then. And the man said, hell no, I'm not coming to that poor, sick country named Australia. I'm not going anywhere near it. That's fair enough. You've got to give the man the big dollars to get here. It probably makes sense why we don't see Suresh Raina or any of those retired players who can do as they please come here, because we don't have enough money to offer the big Indian players anyway. We don't have enough.
I got to ask you two. You sent us a picture, Gilly, last night of you two with a rather large bottle of tequila.
Oh no!
What's going on in a hotel room? At 3, 4, 5 a.m. with you two.
Damn.
Drinking a bottle of tequila. Are you analysing the game for the next night?
There's a group. We had a group of friends who were drinking tequila and all.
Don't lie to me.
We're not that cozy.
Yeah, we were there for stories. We were not there for tequilas.
Don't lie to me, boys.
It's the fellowship. The fellowship tequila brings. And
are you talking about
revisiting old times?
Are you talking about cricket?
Yep.
Sorry,
that makes
I've
perfect
cut you
sense.
off a few times there, mate.
No, I was just, I was basically going to say there's no coincidence that, Vera, you were saying you were 16, 17 when you moved to the hardball. That was 94, 95 when Ben Duckett was born. So we know he's sort of your inspiration behind batting. And I asked Ravi Ashwin the same thing. For your off-spin, we were talking about your wickets. Michael Vaughan played just 2 years before you for his debut in Test match cricket. Is that someone you looked up to when you were tweaking the ball and getting those Test wickets?
Oh boy, I'm just gonna let it keep moving, and hopefully the man Viru destroys England right here, please.
Not really, because that time I didn't know it was the Michael Vaughan.
Yeah.
When I debut my playing cricket, seriously, because I was watching just Tendulkar. So I was
Who
not
wasn't?
watching anybody else. Even I don't remember that whenever he played against South Africa, England, Australia, who were the batsman or who were the bowler. Later on, when I played under 19 World Cup or played first class cricket, then I recognizing the names and all that. Because my first memory with the international cricketer that when I played the India A versus Australia A in Los Angeles.
Hey, yeah, wow.
Gilly was part of that team, and that time I started recognizing international players. Before that, I was very much focusing on Tendulkar, Dravid, Ganguly, Azharuddin, Jadeja. They were the heroes, and I was watching them. And I hardly watch England bat or Australia bat or South Africa bat. I was just watch India bat and then move on and go and play game of cricket in my school or wherever in the ground. So
that was 1999, Australia A versus India A in Los Angeles. The cricket pitch was more like a lawn bowls green, and Brett Lee was bowling. This is just before he was pushing for Australian selection.
Would have
so
been
he was bowling like
heat.
the wind.
Ooh.
And mate, I was scared wicketkeeper, and these poor blokes were fronting up, getting peppered, pillar to post. It was some of the most vicious bowling and courageous batting I'd ever seen. But
Sean Tate.
Bro, that is some lineup.
But the footnote to that was we had Paul Hogan came to the ground. Alan Border was our team manager, and Paul Hogs just came down and hung out in the change rooms for a day at the cricket, which was unbelievable. Crocodile Dundee? No. He's a bit of a film star down Australia way, but
yeah, right.
Come to the big bash. Yeah. Don't worry about the money. What about the cultural experience you get? Come and wrestle crocodiles. And
come on.
I'm ready to come and do the commentary now because I'm retired.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not sure we're going to get £10,000 a day.
No.
Let's see how we go.
Do it for cheap.
I just found that scorecard you've mentioned there. 1999, September 16. Gilly opening, out for 6.
Damn it.
Ganesh caught Laxman. Australia all out for 129. Damien Martin and Corey Richard top scorer, and then Virender. I've got you. You're batting at 7, but you hit not many runs. I think 12 not out.
Bro was the finisher.
Boundaries off 9 balls to chase down the score. So there you go.
The finisher.
That was the only game we won, I think.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a 5-game series, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
But we flew out. We had to fly. You got called up to India, didn't you? And I was flying back early too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was not those wickets were not good to bat on, man.
Okay.
It was dangerous.
Much
Because our coach was Shrikant and he forced us to play on those wickets.
Yeah, we said, look, we'll get Binger to bowl off half a run up, and we'll use an old ball and just take it easy. Someone's going to get killed. And Chris Shrikant goes, no! He goes, you are offending us. No way. We are getting in there. That's all right for the coach. He's not having the bat, but these boys are going, no, call it off. But anyway, Vorney.
Hey, Vera, you obviously opened with Sachin for a number of years. Strolling out with a little master.
Don't mind that.
Do you take credit for everything that he achieved in his career? Because you obviously were at the other end talking to him.
Why I should take credit, man?
Yeah, what sort of question was
Then I
that?
should take credit from you also, when you bought Sachin Tendulkar, because I was that other end.
For real? What sort of question?
Learn quickly that there's a thing called sarcasm that blokes mouth. So yeah,
Bro, no. That was just a terrible question. Let's be honest. What sort of shit is that? Are you the one to credit for everything the great Sachin Tendulkar did? There's just some players, you're just not joking about that. I'm not happy with that, Vorney.
I'm not following Vonnie on Twitter and Instagram, but I got to know about my friends that Vonnie is doing such things. You should follow or you should reply to. I said, no, he's a dear friend. I can't reply to him. So whoever, Tendulkar started in 89, and everybody who was growing up or playing cricket, Tendulkar was the hero, and everybody wants to play like Tendulkar. And when I joined the Indian team in 91, 99 or 2000, so people and media were comparing me with Tendulkar. Sehwag look like Tendulkar, he's playing like Tendulkar, he'll be the next Tendulkar. And it's easy to get that attention that, oh wow, everybody's praising me like I'm a second Tendulkar. But it's very difficult to perform like Tendulkar. You can look like Tendulkar, play like Tendulkar, maybe 1 or 2 innings, but you cannot perform like him consistently. You cannot score 100 hundreds. You cannot play 200 test matches. You cannot score so many test or one-day runs. So then I changed my stance. Then I changed my batting style because I don't want to look like Tendulkar. I want to look like a Sehwag.
Yeah.
And it was a big change for me, and it worked for me. So
clearly,
if I didn't change it, then people will still saying that, oh, he's a Tendulkar, he's second Tendulkar. So you have to make your own name rather than you doesn't matter. You have so many heroes, but you cannot look like your heroes. You have to make your own name, and that's how I changed my stance. I changed my back lift and everything.
That's interesting. So, what, back lift?
Everything.
Feet position?
Everything.
Really?
Everything.
What age was that? Had you played for India?
Yeah, I was playing for India. I scored second fastest 100. My first 100 was the second fastest 100 for India. So, Azharuddin scored on 69 balls and I scored on 70 balls. And that time was commentator and media and everybody was after me that, we found another Tendulkar. So, then I have to change it because every night I was sleeping and I was thinking that, wow, I'm second Tendulkar. But then I realized that I cannot perform him because after my 100 there was 10 innings I didn't score runs. If I'm a Tendulkar or second Tendulkar, then I should score consistently. So
True.
then I realized that second Tendulkar, let me be first Sehwag.
Yeah.
And that's how I changed my stance, back lift, head position, a lot of stuff.
Completely different players.
I've got another scorecard for you to look up, if that's okay, because we spoke about Biru's one opening batting partner, which was Sachin, but there's another one that he opened with, which was Adam Gilchrist. So
I was waiting for this.
2014 I think it was 2014, the 150th anniversary of the MCC. Gilly and Viru played on Warnie's team, and you two got to stroll out to the crease together.
I was waiting for this. I knew this would come up.
Absolutely. So I still remember that we hardly discussed anything, but after Gilly hit a 4, I said, oh man, nice shot. Is that next to your turn? That's what we discussed. That's it.
I just wanted to get one glove punch and one bat tap. That's it. Tap the bat. No, that was enough for me. I got out pretty soon after.
Damn it.
But remember that game, it was sort of 2 World 11s mixed up, wasn't it? Sachin captain of one, Warnie captain of the other.
Right.
And I said to the organisers, I'd love to play, but I'd really like to be in Warnie's team because I'd love the chance to wicket keep to him one more time.
Yeah,
It was the best thing I did in cricket was to wicket keep Shane Warne. And perfect. Lords, packed house. So you get to open the batting with him. Beautiful. The day can't get much better. Getting ready to wicket keep. Batted first. Wicket keep to Warnie in the second half of the day. Until Binger bowls him a beamer and breaks his hand. And Warnie doesn't bowl the ball in the whole game.
That's just...
There's 30,000 at Lords waiting to see Warne versus Tendulkar.
That's nightmare stuff.
Taking him out with a flat one.
A broken arm. Damn.
Gilly was lucky that they asked him that, which team he wants to part of. Nobody asked me which team I was part of that. They just gave me that name. You are part of one is team.
Yeah. Can I ask you, for many, many years, you pretty much dismantled most bowling attacks around the world. Whoever you played, you managed to always get on top. Do you have a favourite bowler or two that you really like to put the sword to?
Many. All the spinners.
The spinners.
All that bowler who bowl like Ronnie Rani.
Who? Who'd he say?
So that's a name I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, who?
Ronnie Rani.
Yeah. So, bubbly bowler.
Bro, that is the random call out of 2024.
So generally all the teams have a one part-time gentle medium pacers. I love to face them. Doesn't matter it's a seam bowler or swing bowler where the pace is 120, 125. He can't bowl bouncers. He can't get me out on good balls. And whenever I want to, I can smash him.
Mitch Marsh.
Whenever you want.
He did though.
Yeah, absolutely.
He did.
Best skill. If you have a batting skill, and if you want to hit a boundary, doesn't matter who the bowler are. If you're able to hit it, that means you have real talent and you can hit a boundary whenever you want to. So I was part of that team when Sachin Tendulkar, Saurav Ganguly, and Dravid were the heroes of our country.
Yeah, what a team.
When I watched Tendulkar, so he was telling me that, if you're chasing 200 or 250 or 300 and you cannot hit a boundary when you want it, that means you cannot chase 250 or 300. So I developed that kind of mindset that, okay, if I want to hit a boundary against Glenn McGrath or Sean Pollock or Flintoff, then I have to take on them on a good ball, not on a bad ball, because they hardly bowl a bad ball. So if you hit them on a good ball, then maybe they will give you the bad ball to hit next one. And that's what I did.
Just out of interest, what was it about Ronnie Irani's bowling that you really liked?
He didn't have a pace, man. He was just 150, 115, 120 kilometer per hour. So I played him, paddle sweep, reverse sweep.
Yeah, get this out of here.
Wicket, over long on. So where I want to, I hit him, I think 4 or 5 boundaries in a row. You know what happened? I hit a first boundary, and Saurav Ganguly came to me and said that, boy, we got the run for this over. I said, okay, sir, Dada. Second ball, again I hit a boundary. Viru, we got 2 boundaries. For next over also we got boundaries, so don't take a risk. I said, okay. Third ball, I hit a boundary again.
Yeah.
He came to me. I said, well done, 3 boundaries, 3 overs runs comes, just don't get out. I said, okay. Fourth one, again I hit a boundary. So he came to me and said, are you listening to me or not? I said, Saurav, no, this bowler will not come back in power play. So let me hit 6 boundaries, so we'll sort it for 6.
Yeah,
6 next
just
6
get him out of here, man.
So I hit him, I think, 5 boundaries and then a double. And after that, he never bowled to me till the time I was there.
Wow.
Amazing.
What a call out.
I'm not sure Ronnie knew who to get a mention. I love that.
Yeah,
now, we spoke about your favourite bowler. I now am going to ask you a little question here. We normally do a quiz to end, but I'm going to put in a different one about your least favourite bowler and test your memory.
Okay.
So we have a big fan of the show, Mara Malakarachi from Sri Lanka, who knew you were coming on, and he sent this through. I'm going to test your memory. In 2010, India needing one run to win, a Sri Lankan bowler overstepped and in doing so lost the game for Sri Lanka. Also, allegedly deliberately did it to deny yourself, who was on strike 99 not out, a century. This player is now a bus driver in Australia, I'm informed by my Sri Lankan friend. Can you name said bowler? Do you remember this?
Was it Harath?
Suraj Randeep?
Correct.
Bro, he's got that up there. He remembered that.
Front foot no ball to deny the century and end the game.
Yeah.
Off spinner.
That was deliberate.
He was not the culprit. Culprit was that, who was keeping behind the wickets. Sangakkara. Sangakkara was constantly telling him that. But I couldn't understand Singlish. But later on, Dilshan became my teammates in IPL, and he told me that. I said, it's okay. Doesn't matter you score 99 or 100.
You win.
What you want, your team should win the match.
Facts.
And that's what happened in that game. And so somebody asked me that, as an opener, you score only 8,500 runs. You missed out, 10,000 runs. I said, if I scored 10,000 runs, so the kind of respect I'm getting, can you change that respect?
No.
I said, no. Then what is the point to scoring 2 more 1,000 runs?
True that.
So there's no point to score 1 more run and score 100, and you said that, oh wow, I scored 17 one-day international 100. So even people would love me for 16 one-day international 100.
That's a good mindset to have.
You should be happy what you get. So if you regret all the time, I don't think so.
You're 16?
Around that.
16?
Yeah, 15 or 16.
Good number.
Yeah.
When you come out for the Big Bash commentary, we'll link you up with Randeep in Melbourne.
Please.
He'll take you to the ground on his bus.
Get him on the bus.
Michael, but he has to speak in English, no? Nobody understands his English.
Hey, Viru, obviously the IPL's taking place, and every other day you've seen some outstanding performances, particularly with the batting hand. It's getting to that stage where we're all talking about our team's T20 World Cup squads, 11s. I'm going to put you on the spot. Give me India's first 11 in the T20 World Cup.
The whole 11? Bro.
Jaiswal.
Nice.
Sharma.
Yes.
Virat Kohli.
Yes.
Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yes. Rishabh.
Rishabh Pant.
Yes. Sanju.
Rinku Singh. Or...
Oh, of course, if you don't know why I'm getting quite emotional, Rinku Singh did not make the 15-man squad for India at the World Cup. We're still quite upset, quite emotional when we do hear those sort of things. Should have been in the starting 15, should have been in the starting 11 when they played their first game. I'm with you, Viru. It's disappointing. Justice for Rinku Singh, please.
From Dubai.
Dubé, my birthday twin.
Bumrah.
Bumrah?
Mohammad Shiraz,
So-
Sandeep Sharma, Kuldeep Yadav,
Should have been.
Ravindra Jadeja.
That's a deep
No
11.
Hardik.
Are you happy with that one?
No Pandya. Bang.
Hardik Pandya.
No Hardik.
But he should be in the 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you ask 11, playing 11, no?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the 11. Yeah, they're brilliant.
Trying to.
Rishab's, we're a big fan of Rishabh.
My
on this
word, we are.
podcast.
We love Rishabh.
Big fan.
Yeah.
And what about MS Dhoni? Didn't you yesterday say he should be in the squad?
No, he's retired. MS Dhoni is retired.
Mentor.
Discuss on the show that, our producer was cheeky on that, Dinesh Karthik made a statement. I said, Dinesh Karthik made a statement doesn't mean that he should be part of that World Cup 11.
Get him in there.
World Cup team, T20 World Cup team. So no doubt he played well. But MS Dhoni is also playing well, so you should take him also if you're taking Dinesh Karthik, because both were there in T20 World Cup for the first T20 World Cup which won by India.
Yeah.
And because of them we won the World Cup. So take them again, both of them. So maybe we will win the World Cup again.
Yeah.
That was a joke in Hindi.
Can we also ask you, Viru? We've each picked players. We at the start of the IPL, we picked our favourite bowler and our favourite batsman to see if we could pick who gets the orange hat and the purple hat. Ollie, he picked Sam Curran as the
Don't talk
to be
to
the
me.
leading wicket taker. Ollie,
And is he in third place right now? He absolutely is.
Is he really?
He was to be leading wicket
I
taker.
wanted to ask you: do you think
Christ.
Ollie's choice of Sam Curran is a good choice?
No.
All is sitting there because of all of us. Sam Curran is there because of their owners, not because of that coach and captain.
What? I'm trying to take that on.
But you don't reckon he should be in the team?
Nah. He's like Ronnie Rani.
Bro, that is gold.
But tell me that if you're playing for your country, if you're a first choice of your country, so then I can understand you're playing for your country regularly. He's not playing regularly T20
Nah.
tournament or one-day tournament for England.
Nah.
And he picked by Kings 11 Punjab or Punjab Kings, paid him $2 million, which is fine.
No, it's not.
But if the guy was not able to play consistently for his country,
Exactly.
and you are giving him chance in IPL, and IPL he's not able to bowl 4 overs in a row, 4 over in every game.
Yep.
He cannot bat at a particular number.
Yes.
He just keep changing opening 4, 6, 7.
Bro.
So basically, whoever get injured or whoever the place is empty, so they'll put him there.
Yeah.
So if you are a $2 million player, your performance should be either you can bat and win games, either you can bowl and win games.
Thank you.
But he's not able to do that.
Thank you. Oh my God. Finally, I'm on the same wavelength as someone else. Another like-minded person. Hey, Viru. Hey, that's just a Zimbabwean cricket legend to an Indian cricket legend. We've got the same sort of ideas. Yeah. I didn't understand retaining Sam Curran. I'm not going to go there because I've done that many rants about him and the Punjab Kings before, but yeah, let's be honest. If Sam Curran was playing back in Sehwag's generation, he would have been the type of bowler that went for 6 sixes in an over. Let's be real. And then driving a bus.
Absolutely.
Big.
I'm not looking at
True.
I'm not looking at this way that he's getting $2 million. I'm looking at that if I bought a player.
Are you a
so
match
his,
winner?
His price is $1,000.
Yeah.
Or $100,000 or $1 million. At least he can win you a game. When you pick the Australian team or Indian team or England team,
Match winners.
you're picking the guys who can win you the games, not fill the spot.
Yeah. 100%.
So in podcast, we need a guy who can fill the spot. But in cricket team, we don't need the player who can fill the spot.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on it, angle on it.
It's a great
Slightly
take.
more successful than my pick for leading wicket take. I went with Mitchell Stark. He's not exactly racing up the charts to the purple cap at the moment, but he might come back.
But last game, he got a hit 3 sixes.
Yeah.
And then the way he took that catch, cotton ball.
Yeah.
And the way he defended 3 runs in 2 balls.
The last ball.
That was incredible.
Wins the game.
That's what you get from the big
Don't look at
dogs.
that he gave 55 runs in 4 overs, but at least last over they needed 21 runs and he won the
Won the
for 1
game.
run.
I think it was 50.
Win is win.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think it was
Sam Curran could
53
never.
runs, in fact. But, anyway, yeah, that's what I used to always say to my bowlers in T20. They could get hit for 20 and over for 3 overs, but have to come back and win the game for you. And that's exactly what he did.
Absolutely. And when I was a captain, I was telling the owners that if my bowler is taking 1 wicket, giving 40 run into 3 over or 4 over, I'll rather play him, because the new guy will also give 40 run, but he will not take the wicket. What is important in T20 format is take the wicket. Doesn't matter on full toss, on short pitch, slower one, good ball, bad ball. You have to be bowler who can take wickets. Then only you can stop the runs.
True.
Otherwise, there is no chance.
Hey, Vero, I've got to go in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to ask you one question that I'd be interested with your.
You're the only one who's asking question, Michael.
Yeah, well, it's because I've got to piss off to the English coldness, so I've got to get out there. I'm going to ask you one. Where is cricket heading? Tell me what cricket's going to look like in 5 years' time.
Let's hear it.
Heading in right direction towards India.
Heading in the right direction to India.
Absolutely.
Is that a good thing? Is that a healthy thing for the game?
Absolutely. Because if you look at that, we are paying Australian board, we are paying South African board, we are paying to English board, and the 10% of the income of the IPL is going to these 3 boards.
Is it really?
And if IPL is getting bigger and bigger, their amount is getting bigger and bigger.
Hey,
so we are feeding all the boards, which is good for the cricket.
True. Yeah.
So if wherever we go, like if you go to West Indies, so West Indies will get good amount of money for TV rights, for sponsorship and everything. So because of Indian team is going West Indies, Sri Lanka, or playing against Pakistan or Bangladesh, so they are getting good money because of Indian team is coming regularly there. So everything is going towards India. So cricket is in I think going in right direction.
And Test cricket, I'd be interested in your thoughts on Test cricket.
It will stay, Michael. There is no chance. Every single cricketer who play IPL wants to play Test cricket.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Very few who wants to play only IPL or only
Kishan.
But most of them play the test format, because Test format is the best format.
Facts.
Maybe in future we will see that there is a less one-day cricket, but I don't think so. Test cricket will go down.
True.
What was it? You debuted and finished against Pakistan, didn't you? In one-day cricket, I think.
My debut game was against Pakistan, 1st April 99.
Yeah. What's that experience like? Rohit Sharma said last week on this podcast he would love to play more cricket and play Test cricket against Pakistan. What was that? What's that? Take us into a day of an Indian cricketer against Pakistan, the rivalry and the excitement around it.
I think it was the biggest rivalry in cricket world, because we both can speak the same language, and we both want to tell that we are bigger team. We are, we can beat India, and Pakistan say we can beat India, and India said we can beat Pakistan. So we both are want to prove that we are better than each other, because India Pakistan were 1, and after that 1947 we became 2. So both the people of Pakistan or India, they want to prove that we are better in everything. So because of that, our rivalry is so big that, and we can speak the same language, and we can sledge in the same language. my first experience against Pakistan in 1st April 1999, I was like almost 20-year-old boy, and I was walking. The match was happening in Mohali cricket ground, and the moment I entered that ground, after that boundary line rope, so Shoaib Akhtar was standing next to me, and he started abusing me from boundary line to 30-yard circle, and then he called, Afridi, please come and take this guy to that.
This guy.
And start abusing from 30-yard to that till the time I reached the popping crease or wicket. And I was 20-year-old boy. I never heard the kind of language they told me. It was in Hindi and Punjabi, but what you will say, the sledge they gave me, that I still remember that. And I played only 2 balls, scored 1 run, so maximum 1 minute I was there, and for 1 minute the thousands of abuse I heard from Pakistan. And then I got out, I came back, and they said, if I get a chance again play against Pakistan, I will give everything back to them.
Yeah, you could only imagine, bro.
That's why my test average against Pakistan is 90. That's why I scored a lot of big runs against Pakistan in test match in 1 day. Just because of that, my first experience was against Pakistan was not good, and I want to prove them wrong, and want to tell the people that I can score against the top fast bowling against Pakistan.
Yep.
and I can abuse them also with not my words, with my bat.
Yeah, no, bit of both.
I'll see you in a few weeks. I've got to
A bit of both.
get out of it.
Boom.
You are coming back here?
I'll be there in May. For Mumbai to win it.
Crickbus people told me that since Gilchrist joined us, our rating is going up. Since you left, the rating was down.
Yeah, no surprise.
The rating was down.
Yeah.
So actually, you stay there. Be there.
Yeah, no.
You come there.
Yo.
No worry.
I have to come back for that wasabi prawn, so I'll be there in May. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
See you, Skipper.
Whoa. What's going on with the camera?
I think Bonnie selling ducats buckets at the fair again.
You might want to turn it off.
Something, he must be on an earner.
Turn it off.
Get out of there. I believe he's walking out on this.
Okay, yeah, I'm just about to say, Michael Vaughan, I don't know who you think you are, mate. I don't know if you think England is still here and everyone under you is just this little meaningless country, my man. But you've got Virender Sehwag here, and he's trying to talk to you, and you've left. That better be important. It must not be that important because you see his camera down here. It's still on. So hopefully he's on mute. And there's no dodgy stuff happening in the background. All right, cheers for that. Let's go.
Very good. Hey, Viru, I wanted to ask you.
It's better like this.
Just a couple of IPL things. First of all, and this is to you as well, Gilly. Obviously, there was the Virat Kohli dismissal.
Above the waist height.
That's very simply, was it a no ball? Was it the right decision?
Oh, boy.
On DRS?
We're going back to this.
I thought watching it happen on TV, as it happened, I thought, oh no, that's over waist high. I thought that's not out. Just the application of why we don't allow waist high full tosses. You know, they can be dangerous if they're quick pace, but then, you know, when they put in the measurement system, which is a technology line decision, they carried out the rule as it is interpreted at the moment. So the correct decision was made to the letter of the law, but my observation to the naked eye and human nature told me it probably shouldn't have been out. But I think the correct decision was made to the law.
Do you reckon the graphic was... Do you think it dipped correctly or was it a bit sharp? Viru, what do you think?
I think, doesn't matter he was out or not out. If umpire gave you out, you should go.
Bang.
You put your head down and walk towards the dressing room. So that's what I learned from Tendulkar. Tendulkar got so many bad dismissals.
Oh, yeah.
I never seen Sachin Tendulkar, looking at umpire or reacting or telling something or on asking something.
True.
So, Virat Kohli cannot change the decision of the umpire. Yeah, he have a full right to ask any question to the umpire. But the way he reacted, I think he should just walk down towards the dressing room, head down and just keep walking. It's okay. Sometimes you get a good decision, sometimes you get a bad decision.
Yes.
So many times Virat Kohli got out and the umpire didn't give him. So many times he was not out and umpire gave him out. But that was a human error.
Yeah, it's cricket,
so
man.
We all can make mistake. So that's what I want to say. That doesn't matter it was no ball or not.
He got fined 50% of his match fee, so about $500,000. So
yeah,
they've got to be careful. He's got a wife and 2 kids to feed, so they've got to
look after him.
He can't be too blasé with these fines. You don't want him running out of money. He's got a young family to bring up.
I still remember that my first
very harsh from the IPL,
and we bowled short, and there was a 20% fees cut.
Damn!
And I went to my owner, said that I can't pay that 20% fine. He said, why? I said, because my salary is in $1 million, and if you cut it, that it goes to in 100,000.
Yeah.
So why I should pay? Because all the bowlers bowl late, and I'm the one who's paying the fine.
That's crazy.
So
isn't
you
it?
should not. You should save the money.
Well, I think there's, Prof, I'm just looking at the rundown here, a couple of people upset with the Kohli dismissal. Michael Vaughan, who had him as top run scorer, he is still obviously leading that. And yourself, so Viru, Prof picked Royal Challengers Bangalore to win it, and they are dead last at the moment, just one spot above my pick of Punjab. But there's one player I want to mention, and again, Gilly picked him, it's Jaswal to be top run scorer. I think I read he was the youngest player ever to get 2 IPL centuries. As someone cut sort of from your mould, how excited are you by Jaswal at the top of the order?
Similarities,
something
man.
Very special in all formats.
Even Crick Buzz asked me to pick that guy who can take the orange cap this year. So I mentioned that Yashasvi Jaiswal name. So the way he was playing against England, and before that he was in good form, I thought that he will carry this form in the IPL format, and he will take that orange cap. But in first few games he didn't score runs because he was trying to hit boundaries
every ball
on good balls, and he was playing some stupid shots. But if you look at the last inning, he scored 100. He was playing just cricketing shot, normal cricketing shot, and with that he scored 100 in 60 balls, which is absolutely fine. So he's the next superstar of India. Yashasvi Jaiswal is the next superstar of India. If he keep his head down and just focus on his skills, he will be the next superstar.
Yeah.
Hey mate, we're jumping around a little bit because there's so much to cover with you, and I want to get to some of your TV advertisements because yours were always the best. Back from the Raymond's days to the most recent one with Ravi Shastri. Jesus, hanging out in a jacuzzi or in a sauna with Ravi. Yeah, jeez. But
I did see a part of that.
Run down, gents. Allow me to indulge this. You know how you go to Quick Info or Quick Buzz or any website and it has the players' list of teams they've played for.
Yes.
So with Viro, obviously got India, Delhi, Haryana, Leicestershire, Croat over there, Delhi Daredevils, the original captain, rest of the world 11, MCC, Kings 11 Punjab, and then that mighty team called Sachin's Blasters.
Yes.
Do you want Sachin's Blasters?
Was that the Legends League or
was that in the US?
Yes. Sachin and Shane Warne started that All-Star League.
The All-Star
Oh.
League. World Cup's going into the US.
Is that when they funded it?
You have colleagues, friends in the US, expat Indians who live there. Do you see the game exploding there? Do you see it becoming
T20,
a legitimate sport in that space?
Yes, because they started their league also, Major Cricket League
MLC.
in America, and then all the owners were Indian.
Yeah.
Indian and there are a lot of Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, South Africans. They moved to America to play that league, and they can play for USA team also. And so they are actually developing cricket, and there's so many cricket grounds in America because I got opportunity to open so many cricket academies in US, in North, in East, in West. But the only issue is that only India, Pakistanis or Sri Lankan or Bangladeshi or English or South African or New Zealander, they are playing cricket there at the moment.
Yeah.
So that the population of America, the Americans are not playing. They are playing baseball and other sports. So the moment they start playing and they're catching up with the game of cricket, then only you will see that big development in America. Otherwise, all the time you need some Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan or New Zealander or Australian to be there to play. To play cricket,
the local born and bred playing.
Yeah, because I discussed with my family that let's move to New Zealand or move to somewhere where my kids can grow up and get the citizenship and they can play very quickly for that country.
Australia.
So if they want to play cricket, so they will have some kind of talent, so they can play easily in New Zealand and Australia in India, because India has a big competition. Like my son just went to play under 16, 1,000 kids came for trials. So out of 1,000, you pick only 20. The process is for 6 months.
Oh my!
So if you want to see the 1,000 kids for each and every one, it will take at least couple of months to see that who's doing what.
Yeah, for real.
So the competition in India is so much that so many kids wants to play cricket, and it's not easy to come up and play first class cricket or under 19 or World Cup or play for India. It was very difficult. But if my kids born in Australia, in New Zealand or in South Africa, England, the competition is not there that much. So they can play easily. If you look at the Australian structure or New Zealand or English structure, so if you have a talent, you can easily play under 19 and then first class cricket and then for country. But in India, there are so many cricketers.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So one team, like I'll give you example of Delhi. So Delhi Ranji Trophy first class team this year, 30 boys played. There's so much talent in Delhi.
Only 30.
T20 tournament, ODI tournament and 4-day tournament.
Yeah.
So 30 cricketers played for Delhi this year.
Out of thousands.
On different formats.
Thousands and thousands.
And there are 60 or maybe 100 kids who are as good as those 30 cricketers who couldn't get chance to play first class cricket this year.
Yeah. How's the young fella going?
Good. He played under 16 and scored some 280s on 250 balls. I said, man,
He's
a right-hander
a
opener.
blocker, is he?
Yeah, he's a right-hander batsman opener, born in wrong family. Because 280 balls, he scored just 80 runs.
280.
Yeah, wow.
He scored just 83.
Retiring. Get him off. Get him off.
So I told him,
Where's the strike rate?
283 balls.
Bring the impact player in.
Yeah. Impact him off.
But he wants to score runs. He said, no, I was very careful. The outfit was slow, this and this. So he was giving me excuses. I said, no.
No, not good enough.
I can't take that.
Good on.
Hey, I'm going to be on. Hold on. Get me a picture back of the man Viru right here. As he just said, bro, it would be an honour to have his son play cricket in Australia or get citizenship, because I tell you what, with that name, with that talent, you would be fast-tracked as well in Australia. Probably a lot more easier in New Zealand just because there's so many less people than Australia, even though we don't have that many. But what he said about it being easy to kind of jump the ranks in Australian cricket, it's pretty true. Like, if you are just playing for your local club and you do quite well, then you'll kind of get promotion up to the first grade, and then if you're doing really well at a good first grade level, usually your local state team, Victoria, Queensland, New South Wales, all of that, they will approach you and ask you to play for their second 11 team, and then you play well there, you get into the state team, you play well in the state team, you're playing for the country, and you've got numerous opportunities. So, hey, I'm unsure what his son's name is, but get Junior Sehwag to Australia. I'm sorry to everyone in India who wants to see him there, but we need another left-handed. Oh no, he said he was right-handed. Anyways, we'll take him. bring him to Australia.
And scored just 83.
Retiring. Get him off. Get him off.
So I told him, at least you can score 283 balls.
Bring the impact player in. Jeez.
But he wants to score runs. He said, no, I was very careful. The outfit was slow, this and this. So he was giving me excuses. I said, no. No excuse. I can't take that.
Good on him.
But yes, come back to America. So American kids should play a game of cricket. Then only you will see that, cricket growth in America. Otherwise, this Indian families or Pakistani or Bangladeshi families, their kids will play. They play for short period of time, and then that's it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Viru, we are running short on time here. I know that you guys need to get to work at Crick Buzz, but I'm sure you've seen on our show, Viru, that we like to finish with a bit of a quiz based on our guest. Ollie is the quiz master.
Let's do it.
I will hand it over to you now, Ol.
Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah, just before I get to it, we can compliment Vorney because he doesn't watch this back. We mentioned his pick of Kohli. He also mentioned Yadav has 10 wickets of 5 games, and Chahal, he mentioned just before him, is leading and took his 200th.
Yeah.
So very good. But I've just done a bit of a research, and I think I know where Vorney's gone. If you can see his screen, he's left something just on there. And what that is actually this book. Is Your Mind Fit for Golf? So I think we know he's gone.
Yo.
He's obviously.
What?
Ask him how his lessons gone.
Investigator.
Bit of
One
a
of
giveaway.
the biggest names in world cricket as a guest, and Vorney's going to hit bloody golf balls.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
And is his mind fit for it? We'll find out next week,
Hopefully.
I'm sure. But let's get into this quiz. I will still include Vorney, but this is the first time we've had just two of you against each other side by side. So obviously no copy workings. Okay, number 1. What is higher? Viru's test batting average and strike rate combined.
Oh my god.
Gilly's test batting average and strike rate combined, or Vorney's T20 international strike rate and average combined?
No, definitely not the last one. I'm going to say that's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, Sehwag was just a different breed. I'm going to have to say Sehwag.
Average. Test. Was that test?
Test for you too.
Michael won?
Yeah.
Anyway, we are better than him.
Yo, destroyed the man.
Put a line through his name.
Yeah, put a line through him.
Okay,
Pretty-
so you're going
pretty easy.
Viru, Gilly. Viru, are you going
Test batting average and strike rate
combined?
Definitely.
Well, you were above me in both those.
Yeah, it had to be. At least
Doesn't
strike
mean
rate.
that we have to write all the time, right? No?
No, that's
If I give an answer and I'm not right, it's okay, no?
That's okay.
Of course.
It's okay.
Then my test average and strike rate is better than Michael Varney T20 average and strike.
and my stats.
There's no doubt about it.
You two were very close.
I can take responsibility of mine, not Gilly's.
So, yes, Gilly, you were a very impressive average of 47.6, strike rate of 81.95, which gave you 129.55.
Combined?
Just ahead of you is an average of 49.34 and a strike rate of 82.23. Vera at 131.57. But in his two T20 internationals, Vorney averaged a massive 13.5 with a strike rate of 122. So he has 136.
No, we're not counting that. We're not counting that. That's rubbish.
We'll cut that.
The man's not even on the show.
Okay. Number 2.
Come back with a good answer, don't worry.
That's a bad start.
Number 2. What is higher, Vorney's first-class runs or Viru's?
Viru.
First class.
Viru.
Mine. Any day.
Yeah, Viru.
Viru's going Viru.
Come on, back the man in.
Because test cricket comes in first class cricket.
Yeah.
It does. So we have Viru, 14,683.
Way more.
But with 70 more games, Michael Vaughan, 16,295. But
Really?
your
That
average,
good?
Viru, your average of 47, Vaughan's 37. So there you go. Overall, yeah.
It's not a quiz for Vorney to miss.
Yeah, what is going on?
How many balls did he face? 47,000?
Yeah, genuinely, it genuinely is too many. It doesn't tell me that. It's 468 innings.
Zeros. You can't. You weren't able to count the zeros in one is bowling.
Amazingly, you had exactly the same amount of first-class centuries, 42 each.
Huh?
As well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, come on now. We're thinking about it. The standard of Sehwag's hundreds compared to Vorney's hundreds. Think about the difference of players. You know, Vorney was facing, local fishermen and local boat repairers. Viru, he was facing the best bowlers in the world. So, hey, the duality of it, if that's a word. But what is with all this Michael Vaughan questions? The man's not even here. Let him go.
Number 3. What is higher? Gilly's test stumpings,
Oh, God.
Viru's test wickets,
Oh.
which I think has been announced already
40.
by Gilly, or Vorney's test 50s and centuries combined.
Bro, I swear if Vorney wins again.
So, test stumpings for Gilly, Viru's test wickets, the big names he's got out, or Vorney's combined 50s and 100s.
I'm going to say Gilly. Stumping.
One is 50s and 100s.
Yeah.
Nah, Gilly.
Down that
But you
too.
already said that 40 first class game, 47 first class 100s, right?
42.
So just test match, yeah, 50s and 100s, just test match.
Test match 50s and 100s.
You must
Combined.
Nah, Gilly. Stumping.
Yeah, like 1800s, I reckon.
Who?
Vorney.
1800 plus maybe 25 50s.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vorney.
Nah, Gilly.
Both going Vorney?
Gilly.
The score's 0-0, is that right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going with
It is
You're not.
No, I'm
Yes,
going
that.
with my wickets. 42.
40 wickets. Okay.
Man just backs himself in.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0 test wickets.
Yeah.
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 We have Vorney, 18 centuries and 18 50s.
36. Oh, I can do math.
We have
Gilly.
37 stumpings for Gilly, and we have 40 wickets for Viru, who takes the lead in the quiz.
Hey.
Bro, I thought I had that one.
No, okay, what is higher? Viru's top test score or Gilly's top first class and T20 score combined?
Bro, what sort of question is that? That is so hard.
What is your first class? Your test cricket comes in first class. It's
Yeah,
100.
Like 200?
And my highest T20 score?
T20 and first class combined.
Bro, that is a complex question.
And Viru, those listening, Viru's looking at Gilly, trying to work out.
I'm working out for Gilly. So how much is score in test?
Yeah,
I'm going me.
yeah. It's got to be Gilly.
Okay, Viru, who are you going?
I think Gilly. He's like, bro, just get me out of here.
319's the number for him, isn't it?
Yeah, 319 is my number. So I'll go with Gilly.
Yeah, Gilly.
I think Gilly
Viru,
scored more.
319. Gilly had 204 in the test, and then his highest T20, 109 for 313. It's Viru.
Goodness me.
What about it?
Okay, so still 1-0.
Bro,
okay, last question.
I can't get one right.
Vorney's test bowling strike rate,
What?
Viru's T20 strike rate, or
Oh,
Gilly's T20 international strike rate?
Bro.
Vorney's bowling.
What was Viru's?
Viru's T20.
What was it?
T20 strike rate.
Strike rate.
Yeah, or your T20 international strike rate, and it's also Vorney's test bowling strike rate. What's the highest?
Oh, now I'm not going to lie. Yeah, because Vaughan's bowling strike rate, we remember how shit of a bowler Michael Vaughan was, with all due respect. Like, let's not be arseholes. You know, he was a shit bowler when given any sort of chance. He's taken some great wickets, but his bowling strike rate would have been like 3,000 or something. Like, he would have been giving off plenty of runs before taking a wicket. I honestly want to go with Vaughan's bowling strike rate.
Strike rate for Vaughan.
Bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah. I'm a listener.
Viru batting.
Very batting.
I just think T20s, though, at the end.
Can you tell me how many overs he bowled in Test cricket?
Yeah,
So his strike rate must be good.
I can. He bowled 978 balls, so that is 150 overs roughly.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vaughan.
I'll go with mine. My strike rate is...
All right. So we have Gilly's T20 international strike rate 141.66, Viru's T20 strike rate 147.83.
Hold on.
And Michael Vaughan's test bowling strike rate 163.
I knew it. They were setting him up.
That's how many.
The guard's belief that he got one through Sachin's defences. That's just unbelievable.
I got confused that my strike rate recently Cricket shows on that 155.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a minute.
So I got confused. You said the T20 strike rate, so you didn't mention that international.
Oh, that's poor from you, Ollie.
T20.
T20 international. No, IPL is domestic only.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
T20 international.
You got the win. Congratulations. 1-0, the lowest scoring quiz. But a great win.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Ollie.
Hey, man.
Guys, we will leave it there. I know you need to get to work. Hey, Viru, thank you so much for coming and joining us. That was an absolute pleasure.
That was a
Just
belter.
quickly sell our socials. It's all at Club Prairie Fire, Twitter, X, YouTube, etc.
Let him have it.
All that's left to do, Gilly, is I'll leave it to you, mate.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I've just got
here we go.
a little beverage here it's just a toast to the guest, generally, mate. And it's not often that we've got the guest sitting right alongside one of us, given how we're all remote. So if you allow me just to put it just a little bit.
A little bit? Can we see it? Or
there's a glass there now.
Looks like the whole bottle.
You were very hospitable last night with some fine quality stuff, but this is called a Prairie Fire.
So you've come here with all the preparation, huh?
Yeah, bro's got everything.
Outfit.
He's got it all. He had the hat, the bottle.
It's 3 drops of that.
What?
Tabasco sauce?
Yeah,
Ew.
Tabasco.
That
And
is
I'll
sick.
let you have the pleasure. That
can't be good.
Carlton Football Club drinking vessel. That's
Boom.
my beloved Carlton Blues back home.
Is he really a blues fan? Wow.
I've got a young Italian lady in a bikini. But
Yo!
anyway, mate, absolute delight to see you and have you on the show. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Gilly.
Cheers, guys. I'm just
Very spicy.
Yeah. Land of spice.
Yeah.
Give it a minute.
yeah.
Give it a minute.
Give it a
Don't touch
second.
Too early.
Milk on standby.
Anyway, but just before we sign right off, one last thing I did say I was going to make reference to it. Ollie, tell me about this. What is this?
I thought we might save this for
I won't
Vorney.
keep it up for too long, but
Can I see it again?
a photograph for the listeners out there, a photograph of a good old-fashioned roast dinner. Is that for any particular reason? I saw that on my social media.
Yeah, I'm glad we're doing this without Vorney, who would have 1,000 other questions. This was the social update, which we'll get to next time. But yeah, it was the soft launch officially from Maddie's Instagram account of me as a real human. So thanks for those who followed the journey. So
That's me right now. I am Viru. I'm thinking, what's going on at the end here? Hey, that is going to cap us off, I believe. There's like 30 seconds. Should we let it play out in case? Yeah, I don't want to miss anything.
You guys are officially Madolly? Or you're
the Ollie line.
Madolly? Is that what you're going with?
All right.
Yes, Ollie's been single for some time, but he seems like he's found a companion.
Oh, nice.
Happy to help him construct cricket quizzes.
Must be nice, man.
Good on you, mate.
But Ollie, good to be single, huh?
I met her in person, Viru. She's real. We didn't believe it for a long time.
Woo! Wow. Not below
She
up?
does exist. She's not
She's a huge fan.
fictitious. All right, hey, let's leave it there, guys. That was Club
Didn't have to put the air pump in her to get her going. That's all right. That's good.
Prairie Fire. Another
real.
amazing guest. Thank you so much, Viru.
Hey.
We will see you next week. Who knows?
Hey, that's going to cap us off. I'm going to leave it there. It's about to finish. Who will the next guest be? I don't know. Comment down below. Anyone got a sneak peek? I would love to see. Obviously, they're keeping the trend. They're in India for the IPL, so I'm going to assume it's more Indian cricketers. They did say Rishabh Pant before. Fingers crossed. Gilly has the connections. He knows everyone. So some big names are going to come onto this podcast. I love it. I'm going to keep reacting to it. If you all enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new. Love you, Virender. That was a gold episode. Very, very funny. He's just being himself, and that's what I love the most. I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.